admit that I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance, who's in a bedroom, who's in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie, unseen.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Raiders going up against the Thunderbirds. On the call here tonight, let's send it out to our guys in the booth. That's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Toronto Thunderbirds. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, sometimes we talk running backs, sometimes we talk wide receivers. Walford, the tight end in this unit, very important.
Clive Walford, a terrific player. Knows how to work the inside portions of the field, but also can surprise you and get deep.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Time to meet the defensive starters for the Oakland Raiders, and you want to discuss one of their safeties.
I certainly do. Carl Joseph out of West Virginia. Always did a great job policing the middle of the field. A big hitter, knocked the ball away, but really added to his game his last year as a Mountaineer. Became a better cover guy and a better ball hawk before.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And a look now at the starting defense.
Justin Houston is truly one of the elite pass rushers in the league. Knows how to get to the quarterback with a variety of moves.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Will wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. One receiver to the left is Cooper. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. No, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Seated to my right, Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Garnett. And the first play will be a field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to think my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Brought in by Walford, right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
second down. Here's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. On first down, Murray. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Murray the lone setback. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Carr throwing on second down. And he's got his man on the out route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Carr to throw on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Their big tight end. His first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And quickly, they get to the line. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Back to throw again. Incomplete. So 1 yard to go here on third down.
All right, now look at 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I have to admit, it's a little bit of surprise.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And here now the offense heading back out there. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Looking right, and very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Out of the gun now on third down. He hits White, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. Through the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Third down, still 14 yards left. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen. But they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now Carr throwing on second down. Here's Wolford over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Murray the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
The play clock's running down. On second down, here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 5. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
On play action, they'll throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because you usually have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man. Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's got time. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So this is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They're going to look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 7 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. They come up short here on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. This remains a one-point game. The defense did their job. Now the offense here late, they just need to kind of hold on, seal this victory.
And the defense did it so well, didn't they? Didn't allow any points and got the ball back for their offense in order to close out the...
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like he'll throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. A nice pickup there. 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. 7 yards to go on second down. And they'll go on the ground. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it?